everybody. Hi, hi, hi. How's it going, Triton? Hello. Darla, hello. Hello, Boofer. Hello. Hi, Mandy. You're looking for to find the best places to eat in Disneyland. Well, I will tell you that I only ate quick service while I was there. Hi, Karen. So, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Mike.
Hey there.
Mike's much taller than I am.
Yeah, I'm on a different phone holder today. It's up higher.
Okay. Oh, really?
Seriously.
Okay.
I mean,
There.
seriously. I'd used a different one. The one I usually use, I had taken it downstairs for my village.
Ah.
So this
Hi,
is,
Darth Vader. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Chris.
hey, Chris, CW. He's got questions on here.
Okay.
So we'll hit him up early. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Lucky Dog.
Hey,
Thank you,
man.
Lucky Dog. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Triton.
Okay. Somebody, I was saying, places to eat in Disneyland. So I was saying that I had only eaten quick service, and I will say this about quick service, which, hi, Kendrick, Lamont, hello. That quick service is wonderful, and it doesn't matter where you are, but in Disneyland in particular, mobile order and mobile order early. So if you want like Jolly Holiday, I think that's what it's called, like on Main Street in Disneyland, or Pim's over at DCA. Um, Definitely check the mobile order status, because for some of those places you might have to order an hour or two ahead, and you might want to eat at 6 o'clock at night, and you get a mobile order at 4 o'clock, and it's like or even 5 o'clock, and it's going to tell you, oh, there's no more slots because everybody ordered at 9 o'clock in the morning. So with that being said, I say in Disneyland, no matter what you're doing, if it's desserts or anything, order early. And the only places that I've eaten in, I'm trying to think of the name of it, which is the Pixar restaurant over in DCA, and it's amazing. And I highly recommend that if you can get in there, you get in. Same with the Tiana's restaurant in Disneyland. I haven't personally eaten there, but I've heard really good things about it. And I have a friend who's eaten there, and they said it was worth it. Hi, Claire Barron. Thank you. Hi, Amber. Hi, Tina. So that's all the recommendations that I have for Lamplight Lounge. That's what the Pixar restaurant is. Um, I'm sorry I don't have more for the on that, but that's what I have.
So, hey, Fulvio, our clocks go back
Fulvio.
this weekend. So then we'll be back in lockstep with you. So a few of the restaurants that are highly rated at Disneyland, Blue Bayou
That's the
is
Tiana's, yeah.
very well themed. Trader Sam's Tiki Bar, the Plaza Inn, and then Carnation Cafe are all highly
Okay.
recommended.
Yeah, Carnation Cafe again, Disneyland. That's where you get the chicken, the fried chicken, and Walt. Oh no, that's on Main Street, but the other one, I feel like they're all great. I don't know that you can really go wrong with too much in Disneyland.
Right. I think generally speaking, Disneyland tends to have better food than Disney
Yeah.
World. That's just a general statement. It's not necessarily true
Yeah.
across.
Yeah. So, all right. You want to get into this?
Amber.
Who has the best pickles in Disney? All pickles are treated equally and they're all amazing, Darth.
I got nothing.
All right.
I got nothing
Thanks.
for that.
Thanks
But
everybody for all the likes on the stream. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. Yeah, we're happy that you're here.
Yeah.
And
Darth,
we love
the best,
pickles.
yeah, the best I could say, Darth, is I like them all equally. Not one is not any better than any of the others.
All right, are we ready to get into this?
I think so. Chris, you're still with us, CW?
Hi, Casey5. Hi, Bill. Casey, what do I
Um,
think of Crystal Palace? I think it's a wonderful character meet and greet. You can get churro waffles there. And let me repeat that, churro waffles. But
and
it's
not
a
just
it's
churro Mickey waffles.
Mickey waffles.
Yeah.
Um, it's a buffet style. I've eaten there this year, and it's really good. And you get Piglet, Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, and Tigger. So I like breakfast. They do have, even for the breakfast, they do have some like regular food items like that you might get at lunchtime or whatever. But maybe if you want breakfast and lunch, you could go there at a time where maybe they're switching the buffet over, things like that. So
Try
it's
to
a
go
wonderful place.
around 10:30, 10:45 in the morning if you can. You'll get breakfast and the switch over
And
to lunch.
yeah,
But yeah,
hi, Vicky.
I love Crystal Palace. To me, that's my favorite inside the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so Chris is here.
Yep. Okay. So he asked, his first question was, what can people do at Jollywood? So let's
Be
start with
jolly.
let's start with the logistics. The party runs 7:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. It's 5 hours long. You can enter the park with your Jollywood ticket as early as 6 p.m. So
Okay,
keep that straight because it's different than Magic Kingdom's Christmas party. If you do not have a general ticket to get into Hollywood Studios, you're not getting in until 6 p.m.
right,
And it's packed at 6 p.m. up there in that front entrance area. So be prepared for that.
right.
That's not as convenient of a flow as Magic Kingdom is. But anyway, so yeah, 7:30 to 12:30 is the party.
Hi,
Um,
Loop.
do you want me to rattle off some stuff, Janelle, or do you want to?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So they do not do Phantasmic. They have the Jingle Bell Jingle Bam Spectacular fireworks show. They have live bands, a variety show. Obviously, all of the rides and attractions are open, and they have shorter lines,
Right.
typically because they have a limited capacity. You get to see characters, and some of them I would say are special characters that you don't get to
Yep.
see on a normal Hollywood Studios day. What do you got to add for that?
Chris is asking if I have a reservation. The answer is no, Chris. They should have areas inside the park where you would get your band from. You check in and get your band from. So you do not have to go out and come back in. No,
Yeah, likely they don't set the band pickup early in the day. It's
no,
probably a little bit later in the afternoon, but you can ask a cast member where they set those stations up
nope,
so that you position yourself as the day goes on. My guess would be closer to 4 o'clock. Would
right,
be when you could probably get your band.
right.
Yeah, you do not have to leave. Now you're certainly welcome to. Now here's another tip I guess I'd give you. If you wanted to leave and take a midday break,
Yeah,
when you go back before 6 o'clock and go right through the regular gates with your day ticket admission. Don't get into the Jollywood ticket only party
right.
crowd because you're going to be waiting forever.
Yeah.
Any follow ups to Jollywood for you, Chris? Go ahead and shoot them away. But Chris's next question was what can people do at the Festival of Holidays at Epcot?
Ooh. Festival of Holidays. Well, they have the cookie stroll. They have the processional, the nighttime processional. It might be called something else.
Candlelight processional.
Candlelight processional. There you go.
But it is
Uh,
done at nighttime.
yes, it is the nighttime candlelight processional. What else? They have food booths. They probably have a special show up on Spaceship Earth.
Mhm.
Hmm,
Yes.
what
Um,
else?
This year is the first year for Communicore Hall, and they've got a
Unicorn, the
um,
band.
Jam of Joyful concert series type
Yep,
thing there. You've got the storytellers around the
yep,
world, which I absolutely adore. You can see the different versions of Santa around the world as well.
yep,
And then don't forget the Voices of Liberty inside the America
yes,
Pavilion throughout the day. They do amazing performances.
yeah. So, I mean, it's one of my favorite festivals.
Chris asked, where does he get the band inside the park at Hollywood? I'm
No,
not sure. I know.
we answered it. We said ask a cast member. So,
Okay, perfect. Triton, what's your favorite park at Christmas time for both of us?
mm, I mean, I love Magic Kingdom, but I also love Hollywood Studios.
Uh, that's
It's
tough
hard.
because
It
the the
is.
the single most to me the single most special thing is the storytellers around the world at Epcot. But
Right.
either Magic Kingdom all lit up or gosh
Yeah.
darn Hollywood Studios with Snoke and the projections on
And the
that
Tower
Hollywood
Terror. Yeah.
Solitaire. You just can't go wrong with that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storytellers are amazing, Mark. You're exactly
Yeah,
right.
they are. SGS says 5 top Disney rides.
Ooh.
5 is a lot. Let's see. Are we going they said Disney, so
Or are we
um
gonna, when you say Disney, are we saying Disney World? We're gonna just
no, I feel like that just means Disney.
okay.
No, like you have to pick 5, but it can be all over the world.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go huh, Haunted Mansion Disneyland, Big Thunder Disneyland, People Mover, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Tomater.
The Radiator Springs. Or
Yes.
okay.
And I mean, everybody else would pick Cars and, but I'm going to go Tomater. I love that ride.
Yeah, so I had Guardians, I had Radiator Springs. Um I got stopped at that point. Rise of the Resistance
Ooh, good one.
is on my list. I'm hard pressed not to say Flight of Passage.
Coaster Geeks and the Wheel of Death.
Um,
Not going to pick.
this,
I'm not going to pick. I'm not
this
going to
was
pick that.
yeah, this was our top five, not bottom five.
Yeah. Hi, Dark Star.
My fifth one, ugh.
Hello. Would you suggest any and all other Walt Disney World properties to go check out Xmas theme? And can you try to give yourself a day or night to view must see ones? Okay, you're
um,
still working on your rides.
I have four. I got to get one more down.
Okay, okay. Would you suggest any and all other Walt Disney World properties to go check out the Christmas theme? Yes, that
Absolutely.
answer is yes. And can you try to give yourself a day or night to view the must-see ones? Yes, you should. Um,
One thing you want to make sure of, because
yeah,
Grand Floridian gets all the press because of the gingerbread house, and it should. But
right.
there are other resorts that also have gingerbread displays that you want to see. The Beach Club has the carousel. Contemporary has gingerbread. Animal Kingdom Lodge has, and then you just have the general theming that fits into the genre of each resort in their holiday decoration. So absolutely, I would totally spend a day
Yeah. Or
resort hopping to see Christmas decor.
and you can spend a day and then it's just as beautiful at night.
Mhm.
Um, you know, Contemporary's tree is outside. In the parks, you're going to see the trees in the parks. Animal Kingdom's tree is on the outside, so you don't have to go in the park. Um, but Magic Kingdom and Epcot, Hollywood, they're inside. And then you don't forget about everything at Disney Springs, too. Again, nighttime, those trees look so different day versus night. So,
So I want to go back real quick. Mark had said ironic, but not Tron or Tiana's, the two newest at Magic Kingdom. So I love Tiana's. I think the
yeah,
theming is amazing. But
yeah,
from a ride perspective, it's the same ride, right? I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
same drop, same everything else.
Yeah.
So it's to me, it's a 25-year-old ride. Tron, if it were longer in duration, I think it would probably be closer to top five. But when you're going across any and every park that we've ever been to, it's hard for me to put Tron in top five.
Um,
Um, Claire Bear, I've been meaning to ask, are the characters you meet the same as the ones in the parades or shows?
if you're asking like, does like, I don't know what the question is, and so I want to be careful with how I answer, just in case there's any little people watching. Um, but if you're asking if Cinderella is at Fairy Tale Princess Hall and then Cinderella is in Festival of Fantasy, no. But if you're asking like, is Cinderella, you know, that I meet the same character and you're going to see that character in the parade, then yes.
I
I don't
think
know.
there are some characters in the parade that you don't have meet and greets for.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, even in the cavalcade, like Merida, Marie,
Right.
um, Bruno, if that's what we're asking. Um,
But
so,
overall,
hi,
most of the
Tasha.
characters that you can meet are
Yeah.
in one of the parades. Most of them,
Right.
generally
Right.
speaking. Okay, I like Disney Fan One's question. Favorite all-time memory of Disney?
Okay. But you skipped Dark Star.
Oh,
I'm
I'm sorry.
coming a whole week at Christmas, and I also have one day just to go to the different resorts. And like you said, I want to see them all. Yes. I mean, it's going to be tough. There's 26-ish resorts. They all have some sort of Christmas theming. So maybe pick your top five because it's going to be a whole day.
And be strategic.
Yeah.
Get on the Skyliner, and you can knock out five resorts pretty quickly. And actually, if you want to walk, so you can do Pop, Art, Caribbean Beach, Riviera, then get off at Epcot. You can do beach, yacht, and
Yeah.
boardwalk. You can get seven on that line. Do monorail, you can hit the three there. So
Yeah.
that's
And
going to be
again, if you want to see all the ones with gingerbread or all the ones with huge lobbies and trees, like there's so much.
yeah.
um so yeah. Okay, top memory, go ahead.
You want me to go first?
I mean, I don't even know how to put my top memories in like a top, you know.
Janelle can probably tell you what mine is.
I think yours is Tanner and Snow White. No.
Oh, okay. So now you're gonna make me. You're gonna
See,
force me to two,
see,
right?
but that's what I mean, like aren't there how do you pick?
It's hard. You're right, because my initial reaction to my favorite all time memory is I'm 6 years old on the ferry boat
Oh,
on
yeah.
Seven Seas Lagoon, and I
Right.
see Goofy water skiing on
Goofy.
the side of the
Yeah.
boat. That's a memory that you can never replicate,
Right.
right? Yes, I can never replicate Tanner being a 2-year-old again, but I'm going to
No.
take Briggs next year when he's almost two and get to relive that in a similar way.
Yeah.
But to see the water skiing out of the Seven Seas Lagoon, never
Yeah.
be.
And that's always what Mike says. But then you know what story he tells all the time is when Tanner meets Snow White and Snow White kisses him and he has the like I know, you know what I mean? But so that's what yes, you talk about Goofy, but like where your memories start or what's the best one? What's the best one when you're a kid? What's the best one when you were a parent? It's so hard.
It to answer that question is just like when somebody asks,
What's your favorite part?
when's the best time to go? Right?
Right.
Well, we can answer that 30 different ways. Okay, so Disney fan one said, okay, then earliest memory of Disney.
Earliest.
Well,
So
obviously for me it would
right,
be water skiing.
right. And again, earliest for me, I mean, I was an adult when I went, and just going with my kids, taking my children, and again, we had some of the best days ever with, I say, everybody there and not everybody there, but just experiencing Disney with my kids was like my best first memories. So, and we were there at Christmas, and we have a picture at Animal Kingdom lodge in front of the tree. So like that's a memory that like I just, that's always going to be there. staying there, seeing all the animals, and just being in awe of all of it because we had never been there. So,
Yep. Hey Murray, how are you?
hi, Murray.
I mean, I can,
Um,
you could also say, for me growing up, that it's kind of a cool memory to know that I was there when only the Magic Kingdom was there, and when only that and Epcot was there, and as each park opened, getting to add that
right.
to the memories.
Okay, Darstar says I'm 75 years old and I was there opening day in 1955 at Disneyland. When I was 7, I don't remember a lot, but you still remember a lot. Yeah. Vicky, the answer is yes. Um, Decorations stay up longest in Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Everywhere else, they kind of slowly start taking them down, but they will be there through New Year's Eve. Yes.
And let's real quick, because that kind of ties into one of Chris's questions. So I wanted to do that, and then we can get back to these. But he asked,
Okay.
how long does the gingerbread houses in the resort stay up?
Okay, well, as I said today, my video of last year of them deconstructing was on January the 2nd. So I'm going to say whenever January 2nd happens, if unless it's on a weekend, they will probably hold it to the next Monday, but I have a feeling that it will be January the 2nd.
January 2nd's a Thursday.
Okay, so I have a feeling everything will go down.
Now, historically, things change. I mean, this year's first time I
Yeah.
can remember they started building this thing before Halloween, but historically, Grand Floridian's the first couple days of the new year. The Contemporary is about the fourth or fifth day of January that it comes down. The Boardwalk, I think, brings theirs down before New Year's Eve. Same thing with Animal Kingdom Lodge. So it can vary.
Yeah.
So if you're there between Christmas and New Year's, try to hit that stuff early.
So is Animal Kingdom Lodge beautiful at Christmas? So again, it has that beautiful, really tall lobby. So the tree in there is all the way up to the top of that lobby. It's gorgeous. They've added gingerbread to some of the decorations around. At least they had them last year. I hope that they bring them back. Although, we kind of did say like the zebra looked a little weird, but it's okay. It's gingerbread. Um, there's probably videos out there about that, but it's beautiful. Would I say like it's more beautiful than Wilderness Lodge? No, or Grand Floridian. But it's probably like my top 3. So, all right. Want to say uh Tasha says, my favorite memory, Cameron seeing the castle for the first time and asking, how did it get here? I love that about a 3-year-old. Um, at the time, my favorite is running as fast as possible with my sister right before closing time, all the way from the hotel to Space Mountain because we wanted one last ride. And we got on it and we had so much fun. So I will say, I mean, I have so many memories, but something that's very similar to that for me is before COVID, the park would stay open, and I was never there whenever the park stayed open for 24 hours because I know some people have that story of like the park actually staying open all night, but the park was open till 2 a.m. And I was like, and so it was me and my friends, the Hilliers, and we stayed and it was crazy. And I was like, I cannot believe we're here, so early in the morning, like, and we did it. And we had so much fun. We rode so much. And so yeah, it's crazy. So all right. So does Chris have any other questions?
So Chris's third one was about the gingerbread houses.
Okay.
So we've got him covered.
Okay.
Is Cece on? Did she join us?
I'm not sure about CC. So, do we have any other questions after that?
And then Lala asked a question.
Okay. Can I get to? No, you have to take
Well, I mean,
No,
not directly from the
no.
TTC. You would have to take monorail or ferry boat to the front of Magic Kingdom, and then you could catch a bus
Right,
from there to Animal Kingdom Lodge, but not directly from the TTC.
right.
Yeah, Chris, keep asking. That's why we're here.
Um, that's what makes Disney so special. There's something for everybody, and everybody has their own fabulous memories. I agree. Um, Eric says, I once went to Mickey's Not So Scary party at Magic Kingdom and had hot chocolate, and the wait times were short. And that night many years ago, right, Eric? There was once a time when you could go to these parties and it was really empty. You know what I mean? It was really empty. And it's not what they are today, just kind of like going to the park during the day of a party, right? Well, 2 years ago, I used to go there and um, it was super empty. And now people have caught on and they want to do it and they want to go and they realize this is a great time to go to the parks. And so, yeah, like that happens.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, I start thinking about memories, and some of them are better than others, and some are silly. But this just crossed my mind. There was one year we were there, sitting on Main Street waiting for the parade,
Right.
and sitting there, and I got a bird flew over and pooped on my head. I got up, went to go clean that off, and as I'm walking back to our spot, I got pooped on the head a second time.
I
I
feel like
mean,
somebody was telling you something.
usually when you get pooped on your head by a bird, it's supposed to be good luck. I don't know if that
Is
was like
it?
that's
I
what I
thought
thought.
that was like rain on your wedding day.
Well, that too.
So, oh, so all the bad things are still good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it rained on our wedding day, so hopefully that's a good thing. I love this one. Disney fan one asked, "What is your favorite retired attraction?"
Okay. Triceratops spins.
It's not retired yet. You can't
It's
pick that.
gonna be. It's
Gonna
gonna
be.
be.
That's not. No, no, no. Come on.
I honestly don't have one because I don't remember. Like I don't think I ever rode Mr. Toads. Like I don't know.
Okay.
Never went into like where the Stitch building or like I never went into Aliens Encounter.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something, but I just don't.
I I'm sure you rode Great Movie Ride.
Nope. We never rode it.
Ooh.
Nope.
How about Backlot Tours?
Yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Backlot tours. I love that ride.
Okay. So since he specifically said attraction,
Yeah.
can that be more than just rides?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Then mine, hands down, is the Osborne Family Lights.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Butts
That
about it. And I saw that too, and I think it's amazing.
yeah.
And that's so memory for me is I had the first year I ever lived in Florida, or maybe it was the second year. It was the year that the Osborne Lights was ending. And I can remember being on I-4 with Tim driving, and I don't think we were going to Disney at all, but we were in the car and we were listening to the radio, and I can distinctly remember them coming over the radio and saying Disney is at capacity and like or Hollywood studios, but it was I was like, wow, like how many people are there? And in my head, it was crazy to me that people were flocking,
Yeah.
to see them before they closed. Which again, I was like, well, I've already seen them. Why do you have to go do something over and over and over again? That was me then. This is me now, and I would do something over and over and over again because I get it. I get it a little bit more.
Well, think of how many people who saw it once and gave it
Yeah.
didn't give it a second thought, and then it's gone, and then
Right.
so take advantage when you can.
Right.
Hey, Unicourse, how are you? So,
Hi.
Shoe is me, aka Bill Smith, said that wanted to share a silly thing I did when I was little. My
Okay.
grandparents showed me their first visit to Disneyland photos that were black and white. I asked them after going to Disneyland myself with them, when did the color happen at Disneyland?
That's
That's a
funny.
great story. Oh, that is awesome. Hey, Tim, how are you? Welcome in. Winnie
Hi,
the
Winnie
Pooh's
the Pooh's
house.
gal. Hi. Hi, Lala.
Hey, Lala, how are you? Good to see you.
Horizons
Wanted
easily.
Horizons. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, Osborne Lights for me. If I had to pick a ride, gosh, dang. I mean, you mentioned Mr. Toad's.
Yeah.
What was the other one you mentioned? Alien Encounter. You got 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You've got the Skyway, which is a ski lift ride. Um,
I love bugs.
there's a lot of good ones. From a ride perspective, I would have to say Backlot Tours, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me
So
wrong, I like
good.
all the other ones, but
I mean, but again, this is a kids thing. I loved going through the Honey I Shrunk Your the kids like playground thing.
yeah.
Winnie the Pooh who's says who's your favorite princess, Janelle? I always lean towards Tiana. Like I just think she's a wonderful and I love beignets. I think it's the beignets.
Uh,
Carney at Disneyland, we miss the Country Bears and the People Mover. Yeah. For
yeah.
being from Disneyland People Mover, I feel for you guys in Disneyland. Every time I'm on the People Mover, I know somebody brings it up and they People Mover, I know. And the fact that the track is still there and y'all have to look at it, I feel for y'all
Yeah, but Disneyland does have a lot of really cool rides that Disney World
100%. Yeah. And some of
it
their
does
rides are
have.
way better than Disney World. They just have a little more magic to them.
Yeah, so it does offset.
Yeah.
So keep asking the questions. We love engaging like that. I'm going to go back to the next question that was submitted early, and maybe we should have said this. If you're new here or not familiar, we have a page in Janelle's Discord where people can put in their questions. We encourage you to do that so that we're have them prepared. She also puts out on our community page the morning of these a place where
Yeah.
you can put in your comments. So if you ever have questions that you're thinking of, so that
Yep.
you don't forget by the time the next Wednesday rolls around, you can send those in to us. So Cece had asked how to do the Christmas party, which I'm going to assume she means Mickey's Very Merry Christmas.
Okay.
How to do the Christmas party with someone in a wheelchair.
Okay. I feel like you would do it just how you would do the park on a regular day. But I feel like Disney's very accommodating for the wheelchair. And I don't think it would be anything any different. I feel like where you get the cookies, there's a way, there's always an on ramp, or like say if it was at where the people or the carousel progress, there's a ramp. Like Disney's not going to make it so that somebody in an EVC or ECV or a wheelchair can't get in, or a stroller or anything like that. So, hi, Kim.
Yep. Do some pre-planning. Hey Kim, do some pre-planning. Um, we're not going to get into this, but if DAS is a possibility, you want to look into that. Check ride
Hi, Brad.
accessibility and also with ramps.
Right.
Brad, um, recommend that you arrive early. Talk
Hi,
to cast
JBB.
members. If you have questions, check with cast members. They can help you out. There are wheelchair accessible viewing areas for the parade and the fireworks,
Yep.
and to familiarize yourself with those. Um, to try to avoid dealing with lines with food, if you can bring snacks and drinks with you, you can always do that, and that will help some as well.
Right. And there you are, gradient echo. There you go. All hail park closers. um, yes, I mean,
Yep, that's
welcome
right.
in gradient. Your daughter's in a wheelchair. Disney always accommodates. So yeah, I feel like it's a great question, but yet it's an easy one to answer, that it Disney accommodates and you wouldn't be able to go anywhere as far as like participating in the Christmas party,
Mhm.
um, in the Christmas in a wheelchair. There you
Yep.
go. That's
So, Gradient Echo, I'll let you answer this one. Where are the best churros?
in Disneyland. JBB said, just wanted to say thank you so much for the stream today and tomorrow. You were on all day and it was fun. Thank you. Fun to check in between meetings, and you cannot wait for the finale tomorrow. Me either, JVB. Thank you so much for checking in. Um,
So I know you've said this, and we've talked about this, that they typically don't do any construction over the weekend. Do you think that they expedited the start so this would be done in time for this weekend's marathon
yeah.
crowd?
So Karen V, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So in all honesty, best churros are at Nomad's Lounge. Um, I would say the ones that they have at Pecos Bills, if you are there and you just want churros, are way better than the churros that you're gonna get the long stick. So the Nomad Lounge ones are a little smaller, and so are the ones at Pecos Bills. So um just letting you know. Brad, thank you. Um
Oh, that was to me, not to you.
uh oh, it is. It is. He already told me, and I saw your hair looks nice. And so Brad's
Yeah,
just out there being nice to everybody.
appreciate
Um,
that. I
okay,
spent all day
so
getting ready for you.
we're what were you saying? I'm sorry. We're
Um,
the gingerbread. Oh, dude, I think they expedited.
yeah, so that
So
it's ready for the marathon crowd this weekend.
no. What I think is that they are gonna put the Christmas tree up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they needed that gingerbread house up because they always get it up. And so that the Christmas stuff aligns everywhere else, they needed the gingerbread house. Yes. Does it have to happen to fall in your weekend? Yes. And we said that. Do I think it has to do with Run Disney? No.
Okay.
But I do think it has to just do with the weekend in general. So
Which is interesting because had they waited, they would have started on the 4th.
right.
And when did they start last year?
I don't know. I would have to look.
'Cause one of the years, then they only started like they didn't start till like the second.
Yeah, so that was last year.
So,
Thank you, Winnie the Pooh's gal. Uh, it was, and we had an argument because I said they'll start the day after, and you're like, no, blah, 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 blah." And you know who was right? This girl. And he's not going to talk because
no, no,
I
no.
was I was right.
You were right. I don't recall having an argument about it.
Not an argument,
Well, that's what
but
you said.
it was okay. You're right. Not an argument, but
We
a
made guesses.
discussion. We each said what we said, and I was right. Right, Winnie the Pooh's gal? Yeah. So that's what I think. I just think it's timing. I think next year, I think it'll happen all over again. I think we'll get to Halloween falling on a Friday. And do I think they will start it early again next year? Absolutely. I think we'll have the same scenario. Um, and they'll start it early again.
So my guess would be Disney's been doing this now for what, 20 some years, right?
25.
25, exactly. And so they probably have I mean, over 25 years, the 1st of November's fallen throughout the calendar
Yep.
week. They probably have a blueprint that says
Yeah.
if it falls on Thursday, we do
100%.
this. If it falls on Tuesday, we do that.
Okay. JBB says, I have a question for y'all. Our girls are younger and can't make it to midnight. Halloween and Christmas party is on our 2-year plan when they can hang longer. Since you've been to both parties, which is your favorite and why? We love Halloween and Christmas so hard to decide. Go ahead, Mike.
I,
No, we can't choose. It's too hard, JVB. I
there's
mean, Mike's gonna pick Christmas, so
not necessarily, but what I was going to say is there's a number of things you want to factor in.
yeah,
Um, it can still be ungodly hot for the Halloween parties. And sometimes if it's super hot, they're just not quite as enjoyable as a comfortable, cool Christmas party evening.
right,
So, I mean, you can't control that, but that's a possibility that you want to factor in because, look, I've been there when my kids were little, and when it's hot out, um, the days aren't as enjoyable for everybody.
right.
So I think about that. Um, from a little kid's perspective, they get all that candy trick or treating if you do that. Um, I think there are some things with the Halloween party that kids could really care less about, like the pirate band over by Pirates of the
Rus-
Caribbean.
Rusty Cutlass, come
Yeah.
on, Mike.
The cadaver dans. I mean, there are some things that I think are really really cool, but a 4 year old, 5 year old could care less about.
Yeah.
Um, the For me, I've said this probably before. If I had to pick one singular thing that I think is the coolest thing that Disney does all year long, that's the Headless Horseman, hands down. It's just the most amazing thing. And so, um, from that standpoint, I think that to me would be why I'd probably pick the Halloween party. But again, if your kids are 4 or 5 years old, that could scare the bejesus out of them too.
Well, that's what I was
And
gonna say. But I
it's a
mean,
baby
I feel
Christmas.
like we don't have to even make a choice because JVB already has it figured out. Two short trips, one for the Halloween party, one for the Christmas party. Knock them out, and there you go.
Or, or if you do like about a 9 or 10 day trip, go on the 30th of October,
Yep,
catch the last Halloween party, watch the gingerbread house being built, and catch the first
yeah,
Mary Mickey's party, Christmas party around the 8th or 9th of November.
yep,
You can, knock it out all in one fell swoop. Depending on where you're coming from,
right.
well, yes, that might be a few more extra resort night stays. It's only one airline ticket that you're buying for a trip instead of two.
Hi,
So
Kate.
different things you can think about.
Yeah,
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's gal, the headless horseman. Man, oh man.
100%. I agree. And I
That,
mean, I love Boutique Parade. I've seen it quite a few times, but I also
yeah.
love the Christmas parade is amazing.
So I'll say something I'm going to get hate for. I they're enjoyable, but I'm not a huge fan of the I can't think of what they're called. The guys with the shovels and the parade and the
The
booty.
Grave Diggers?
Yeah, thank
Really?
you. Right there. Just, I mean, it's cool, but that shovel across the concrete is kind of like nails on a chalkboard can be. So it's like if it catches me
Right.
just right, it's like, ugh. Yeah, JVB. That I mean, look, if I could do a 8, 9, 10 day stay and be able to see Halloween party, the
Yeah.
transformation of Christmas, the gingerbread house being built, the Christmas party, that to me that would be the ultimate trip.
So, and again, yeah, not to say that the airline tickets wouldn't make up for your extra days there, but maybe it would, you know. Kate,
Well,
okay,
yeah, depending upon which resort you stay at. I mean, if
yeah,
there's it's a family of four, you might be paying $400 per airline ticket.
right,
$1,600 can get you several night stay at value resorts and or
right.
money resorts.
Hi, Laurel.
If you're driving to,
Um, Dark Star, I agree with you. The headless horseman statue right at the front of the park, it's very awesome.
yeah.
Hi, Kate, and you're so
Well,
welcome. I'm glad that you were able to find it.
Winnie the Pooh's gal said I had a brilliant suggestion. That
Yeah,
happens so rarely that you don't remember what it was.
you were just saying to stay instead of doing two trips.
Absolutely.
Uh huh.
Hey, and then you cut down the number of times you have to pack and unpack.
Yeah,
There's
we're
so many.
driving distance, so but I like the long trip idea. I mean, yeah. So Karen E agrees with you about the shovels.
Yeah, especially if you're the driver. I mean, that's exhausting to make that drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, somebody agreed with me about the
I
shovels. Yeah,
agree.
yeah, Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, again, the grave diggers are cool. Don't get me wrong, but just that sound occasionally would catch me just wrong, and oof, and the heebie-jeebies. But that's okay. All right. So there was only one last question
Okay.
on here, and it's from Lauren,
Okay.
and it's to you.
Okay. I'm ready for it, Lala.
It won't take long. Are you doing the Discord gift exchange this year?
Ah, okay. So I have a Discord, and the answer is no. As fun as it was last year, there were just things that went wrong with it. And so, unfortunately, that kind of did take the fun out of it for me. And it's a lot of responsibility. And with everything I have going on this year, unfortunately, we will not be doing it. So,
Winnie the Pooh's gal, for us in the UK, it would be beneficial to do both Halloween and Christmas.
yeah,
Absolutely would. You
yeah,
bet. Again,
yeah,
anybody who wants to take a trip and you're going to do eight, I would say 8, 9, 10 days. I mean, if you did the 30th of October through the 9th, so that's about 11 days. That's the way to go.
yeah.
Hey Tracy, welcome in.
Hi, Tracy.
That's spectacular to do that. I mean, and there's just so many things. Obviously, getting to enjoy Halloween, getting to see the transformation over on the Magic Kingdom
Yes.
the next
Yeah.
day, getting to go to the resorts and see their decorations and their gingerbreads, seeing the first Christmas party, going and seeing the Christmas tree stroll at Disney Springs,
Yep.
um, the um, now you won't get to see Festival of the Holidays because that doesn't start until after Thanksgiving, but there's still quite a bit to see and do.
Right. Thank you, Tracy. You're not the only person to tell me I'm looking fancy today. You want nothing?
I was just going to say, which anybody who's next to me always looks much fancier. I help enhance that look. Okay, if anybody has questions, shoot them out. Sounds like I need to just take the whole month of December off to take a trip. Well,
Yeah.
now you don't get to see Halloween though if you just go in
Oh,
December.
yeah, that's true.
Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. I'm totally up for pity compliments. Thank you. Look for a festival holidays at Epcot since it's my favorite park. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dark
Dark
Star
Star.
Cave, it's amazing. Love it, love it, love it. I, you know, it's just like saying what's your favorite park. I think I would say Festival of the Holidays is my favorite festival.
Yeah,
But doggone it, as soon as Lee gets there with her chalk art, I
I
start to think
know.
Festival of the Arts is my favorite.
Yep.
I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Food and Wine is my least favorite. And it's
Yep.
for one reason. The other three all have visual aspects to them,
Right.
right? Flower and Garden, the Arts Festival, Christmas. Food and Wine doesn't really have a visual aspect to it. So I think it's a
Right.
in that way.
Right. Yeah, I would think coming from the UK, Winnie the Pooh's gal, that yeah, it blows me away that y'all take such long holidays. It's just not something that we're accustomed to here in the US. And so it just, I'm like, wow, they're here for so long, 3 weeks, So,
If I had to travel that far, I'd do the same thing. Now, as a family, the longest we've ever been there was 12 days. And I think by about day 10, I was ready to come home. But if we were traveling that far, now I would guess you're not in the parks for 15 days straight. You probably
right,
have resort days and things like that. So
right. Brave says that they were playing Christmas music in the Soren queue today. What? What?
now, is that kind of like how you can find hidden Mickeys anywhere? Did you like mentally change the tone of the music to make you think it was Christmas?
Oh, yeah. So, Darstar, I like, listen, if the opportunity comes and it gets a little cool, I'm wearing this. So, um,
Karen, yes, I am a travel planner that specializes in all things Disney, including Disneyland. I would be happy to help you out.
all right. So, Winnie the Pooh's gal says beaches, parks, and shopping. Love it.
Depending on
So,
what time of the year you go, I don't know about the
yeah.
beaches, it might be a little chilly. Um,
Oh, okay. So yeah, you saw it on Sam's stream. I was like, who was at Epcot today? And I did just see Lindsay was there too, and she was at Soarin', but I wasn't there for the beginning, like when she was in the queue. So
yeah. So I did have written down current promotions that I can talk
okay,
to real quick. So that might tie in with Karen's ask about Disneyland because I did write
okay,
these in. Disneyland right now has a special on kid tickets. I think ages 3 to 9, as low as $50 per day. for park days January 7th through March 20th.
Okay.
Disneyland also has up to 25% off resorts January 7th through March 20th. They have Disneyland up to 15% off rooms now through December 19th. Flip the page to Walt Disney World, up to 25% off on rooms February 23rd through April 30th. Florida residents up to 30% off April or February 23rd through April 30th. And then they have another special up to $200 per night off rooms at Walt Disney World Select Resorts February 26th through June 30th. So that takes you through about the first half of the year. They continue with the bounce back offer. If you're not familiar what the bounce back offer is, when you have a stay, for instance, I had a client that just checked out of Disney World this past Sunday, 3 days ago. You have up to 7 days from checkout to book a returning stay, either this year or next year through the end of October. And you can get up to 25% off rooms on value resorts, up to 30% off rooms at moderates, and up to 35% off rooms at deluxe resorts. Probably the best discounts you're going to get all year long. So if you have an upcoming trip and planned and you want to go a second time, you will want to take advantage of the bounce back offer. And to expand on that with the bounce back, so I'll just use my client that just checked out this past Sunday. They can, within 7 days of checkout, they can book as many additional trips as they want and get the bounce back offer. It's not just a one for one, first off. And if so, like I'll use myself as the example, we were just there last month in September. We're going to go next year in May, but it's not just Lori and I, it's my parents, my middle son, his wife, and little Briggs. So I could use the bounce back offer and book up to 3 rooms on a return stay. So a lot of flexibility with the bounce back and really good discounts there on that.
I know someone had asked about Swan Reserve and then Darstar's bringing up JW. Um, I love the Good Neighbor hotels, and I know JW is not a good neighbor, but it is right. Um, it's on a Disney Springs resort, so maybe it is a Good Neighbor resort, and you do get benefits. But those resorts back there are wonderful, like gorgeous, beautiful, and um I agree. I love staying in the Marriott properties. You get points, all the things. And I know Mike and I have done podcasts and we discuss it all the time, the benefits of one or the other and price and what you get being on property and off property and all the things. But if it's what you do and it's what makes you happy, then I'm glad that, you're loving it and you've figured out a system to staying at those resorts.
Yeah, yeah, the Bonnet Spring resorts, a lot of those are Good Neighbor resorts. When you said
Mhm.
JW, I thought Marriott.
Yeah.
My brain went to Swan and Dolphin because those
Yeah.
are Marriott owned properties. That's where
Yep.
my head went.
Yeah.
So I was struggling to connect
Yeah.
dots there. But yes, there are a number of Good Neighbor resorts.
Yep.
You got to do some due diligence though, because some of them, the room rate might look more affordable, but then they charge for parking and then they have
Right.
resort fees and
Right.
you're paying more. And we talk about this too. You've got to factor in your time is money. And what I mean by that is the transportation from those Good Neighbor resorts to the parks and back, well, they have it. It's not as fluid, is not as frequent as the resorts on
Right.
Disney property. We talked about this. Gosh, Janelle, I can't remember if it was a podcast recording or if it was one of these lives, but um, the bus or van that runs from resort or hotel X. I don't want to call any of them out
Right.
because we're not trying to do that, but that might be the only van or bus they have. And if it
Right.
breaks down, they don't have transportation for 3 or 4 days until it gets
Yeah.
fixed. So keep that in mind. Again, some of them, if you want
Biking.
to go back, if you want to go back to your resort and rest, and then go back
Right.
to the place for the evening, the last bus or van leaving that hotel might be at 4 in the afternoon,
Right.
and so you got to factor those things in.
Right. And that's not all of the good neighbors at all. Like, we just know about some of them. And so I agree, Darstar, and like I said, we're not talking about the JW here. And we're just cautioning that if you choose some of the cheaper good neighbor resorts, then definitely check into that transportation.
Yeah,
So
and again, there are some of them will work out better based on what they have, where they're located.
yeah.
Maybe your trip isn't solely
Hey,
Disney,
Barry.
but you're going to do SeaWorld or Universal, or
Right.
whatever. And so some of them might be more convenient. Keep in mind though that whatever the price is, that's the price. If
Yeah.
Disney comes out with a promotion, they don't apply to the Good Neighbor hotels. So um, just keep that in mind. Bounce back does not apply to the Good Neighbor hotels either.
Hi, Tiffany. Can't wait to be there again and see the Christmas. I haven't been there for the Christmas season. Lala, you are going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it.
Yep. Hey Perry. Tiffany, I wish Disney had a shuttle still. I assume you mean from the airport.
Airport, yeah.
So it used to be called Magical Express, which was free. It was, nothing's free. It was built into your resort stay or package price, but it was certainly convenient, especially if you, depending upon what airline you flew on, where you could use the special tags and you got to the airport and just got on the bus and left and didn't have to worry about your luggage. Um, I'm one that I wish, even if they raise rates, I wish they would add that back, even if it was for like moderate and deluxe resort
Right.
guests. Like that would be nice. Same thing if they were to add um, the multi pass. If you were at a moderate or deluxe resort guest, I think that would be pretty cool. Now, we never talk about this, but if you happen to be staying at a deluxe resort in club level, if you want to call that concierge level, whatever, you can have free transportation from the airport and back on the mini vans, MINNIE vans. That does not get talked about much.
Mm-mm.
There's limited capacity in those club levels, and you're paying a premium price.
That's nice, Perry. I feel like you're going to have a wonderful time. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, the bounce back is the way to go. If you know you're going to go again, um, and like I'll use my client that checked out Sunday. She reached out to me today and said, "Hey, I want to take advantage of it. I want to go in September or October, whatever is most reasonable. This many days, this many park tickets, park days. Um, see what you can do." And so the bounce back is offered only in limited quantity in October, so it was September for her. And I quoted her, I think, 4 or 5 different resorts. She'd mentioned one, so I put a 3-day hold on that one, so it's locked in. Um, no deposit until 3 days from now, so it's a really good way to go. And if she doesn't want to do it, then the reservation will just fall off. If she wants me to change to another resort, I can do that as well.
All right. Any other
Oh, did
are we,
I?
are we done with the promotions?
I think I covered all the
Yep.
promotions, the bounce
Okay.
back. And then, I know we've said this before, but we've already set our dates for the Dream Stream for 2025. That's November 13th through the 15th. And All Star Movies will be our um, headquarters site, if you will.
Okay.
And I've told Janelle twice now that on that Friday, I'm going to probably resort hop and check out Christmas decorations and then just go to the party that night.
Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, so she still doesn't believe me.
So,
But I got this locked in the back of my head about how she was right about last year's gingerbread house. So there is no way on this green earth that I'm going to let her be right about this.
oh, well, no. So, just so you guys, for the record, I'm still going to be right. And I'll tell you why, because I'm a proponent of taking it easy on a party day. And Mike has always been a proponent on going hard. Like you're there, you go to the park in the morning, you stay to the party, you stay till 12 o'clock, you do it all. And you know what's going to happen is he's going to take it easy and he's going to go to that resort and he's going to have all the time. And he's probably even going to go back to his resort and take a nap. And then he's going to get up and he's going to have a meal and everything that I've ever suggested about what you should do before you go to a party and how to enjoy it to its fullest. He's going to come back and he's going to be like, oh, Best party ever. I followed Janelle's plan.
You always leave out one little detail about what my position is. And that is, yes, I've always been a go to the park all day long, stay for the party, and the next day be your rest day. After you've been going hard for the whole day, rest the next day. You always leave that little nugget out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
my.
yeah, because that doesn't count for the day of the party.
Well, you're still going to be tired the next day, even if you rest during the day and go to the party till
True, but maybe not
2
as
morning.
tired because you've rested. You're not exhausted. You might be tired, but you're not exhausted because you put everything into one day and wore yourself out.
Well, there's one other factor that you don't get to experience that the rest of us do, and that is the added adrenaline when you're there on vacation for a week.
Yeah,
You're there all year, so you don't have that adrenaline.
100%. And I know that's why I have the philosophy that I do. You rest, you take it easy, you eat before you go, you use all your time not for food, and you take in all the experiences that the party has. But you go there well fed and well rested.
So basically, I'm in a no-win situation, right? Because if I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
go to the
right.
park that day, you're right. If I
Yeah,
did go to the park today, then you're right. Yeah, I see how this
yeah.
works.
Darstar agrees with me too.
Of course, they agree with you.
All right, well, this is what I'm going to say. And I know Mike would stay here and talk all day, but unless you have any other questions that we'd love to answer, I feel like we could have an early night here.
Okay,
And y'all could go watch fireworks with Tanya or Ron.
Karen is my kind of gal. Go hard all day,
Oh,
every day, and come
Nicholas.
home and collapse. It's exactly right. That's what the flight home is
Hi,
for.
John. Uh, Perry, thank you for following my advice. I can't wait to hear how it goes. Bye, Brave.
I think I think that the key though, whichever way you go, is
Yeah,
to build in rest, either during the
100%.
party or
Yeah,
the day after. Right? It's we're kind of having fun with one another, but
yeah.
yeah, build in some rest either prior to or after.
Bye, Coaster Geeks. Enjoy whatever y'all are getting ready to go do. Thank you, Lucky Dog.
Yep. Come do Disneyland with us. I like that, Karen. Now, the other thing that Janelle's not going to admit to, but I think for Dreamstream that Thursday night, we're going to go uh, Christmas tree stroll at Disney Springs, and we're going to carol.
So yes, I agree, Lala. At home, you don't do anything. At Disney, you get 20,000 steps a day. Sleep on the drive home. Hi, Jules. Bye, Dark Stars. Good to have you here. Go watch your Dodgers. Have fun.
Good luck with the Dodgers tonight, Darstar. Hopefully, they take care of it tonight. I mean, it'd be cool to win it at LA, but you don't
Yeah,
want to go home with for Game 6.
yeah.
Yeah, Tasha. If she's right, I'm Mark. If she's not right, then I'm Mike.
Tracy, have a good evening. Lamont, have a good evening.
Um,
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for hitting that like button.
So if you didn't catch us, we just released our latest podcast this past
Head
Monday,
segments.
right?
Yep,
Episode 19, Restaurants and Food.
yep,
We have another one scheduled to come out on November 11th. And so we would love for you to give us a listen either on Spotify or on Janelle's YouTube page.
yep. Renee, no worries. You can watch it back tomorrow and enjoy our conversation. Thank you so much. Bye, Karen E. I'm so glad that y'all joined us tonight. Thank you, thank you. Um,
Yeah, Karen, do reach out. I'd love to hear from you.
um, so you guys know I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Disney Parks with Love, and Mike is
You haven't got it figured out by now?
Mike Disney underscore travel. Mike
Close.
underscore Disney travel
Yes, Mike
on
underscore
all
Disney.
of those places, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
You would think after recording how many podcasts? No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I don't expect you to know that. I'm having
No,
fun.
it's okay. Mike underscore Disney travel.
Okay.
Hi, Plymouth Rock. Thank you guys for saying hi and bye. But we'll
Yep.
let you go watch fireworks.
Yep. Hope everybody has a good night. We'll be back
Yes.
with you again next week. Happy Halloween tomorrow. Have fun.
Yes. Happy
If you've got
Halloween.
littles that you're trick or treating with, have a good time with them.
Yep.
Have fun passing out candy, what have you. Santa Claus will make an appearance at my house tomorrow night.
Oh, we can't wait to see pictures.
I bet. Oh man.
Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Take care.